Yeah, this weekend was really cool. The team finished 7th at NCAA's, which is our highest finish in history, so that was a pretty awesome thing to be a part of. I think before this weekend we'd only finished 9th. So yeah, it was just a really great weekend. You know, for me personally, 2 NCAA titles, 2 American records, which I was kind of expecting, but also kind of not expecting. You know, having two American records, so that's a pretty cool thing. Let me think, what else? Almost everyone we brought to the meet scored, so that was also a highlight of the weekend. Yeah, well, basically, like, I'm a total swim geek, so I watch, race video from way back in the day, or just whenever people have a really good race, I notice behind the blocks they're always just really confident and happy and smiling. So I kind of decided to take that into my race strategy. And then it also kind of just makes me laugh that everybody's being so serious before the race. But there's always going to be another race, so why make it such a big deal? That's kind of my opinion on the matter. So I decided to take an unofficial visit here my junior year, and it was the day they were swimming both Tennessee and UK, but I really wanted to watch Tennessee at the meet because basically when I was choosing a school, I wanted to choose it based on how the team interacts and how they are to meet. That was a really important thing for me. So I wanted to see Tennessee, but Knoxville's about 4 hours away, and from Evansville is where I'm from, and then Bloomington's only 2 hours, so I was like, well, I'll just go to Bloomington to watch Tennessee, but then I ended up noticing that I really liked how the IU girls were interacting. And then, I just took a tour around the school and looked at the weight facility and, kind of just did the usual visit, and I ended up just kind of falling in love with it. So IU kind of went to the top of my list after that point. Okay, yeah, so next for me is Olympic trials. So that will be towards the end of June, early July. And so basically what you do, you hit the qualifying standard for that meet, and then that qualifies you to go to Olympic trials. And then at trials, you swim 3 rounds. You go prelims and then semifinals that night, and then the next night you go finals. And whoever the top 2 are in the finals make the Olympic team in my events. So that's kind of how that's going to work. Kind of thinking about making the Olympic team, that's been on my mind for a couple of years now. So now it's kind of starting to set in that we are getting closer and closer to trials, and just, I guess, starting to gear up to competing at a higher level. But, after NCAA's, I'm feeling pretty confident going into it. So, yeah, it's awesome. I'm joining some of the greatest names in swimming up on that wall, Mark Spitz, Joe Montgomery, all those guys. So it's pretty incredible to be part of that history.